loved Toubab since the first time I ever saw them, which was at had to be Floyd Fest years ago. I used to play in a band called Boston Afrobeat Society, and went on to be called the Superpowers. And we were really inspired by bands like Antibalas, who were taking the music of Nigeria and Fela and that stuff. And they introduced us to all the different stuff, all the different traditions that come from West Africa, and that's how I got into Toubab when I saw them Floyd Fest years ago. I mean, it was like they immediately became one of my favorite bands, and I know when I joined John Brown's Body, it was always a priority to be able to link up with them and play with them, and it's just so inspiring every night. I know I've told Drew before, but he's one of my favorite guitar players, so I just love to listen to him play the music. His originality, what he draws from is just incredible. So
I feel I'm inspired by the energy, the collective energy of John Brown's Body. They've got it's like it's such a positive, and musically it's so tight, but the energetically it's so open and forward leaning. And it's got I hear like the roots influences inside the music, but the way the music moves is its own thing. That's completely unique.
Cool.
That inspires me. Lyrically, the subject matter, I know it. I've felt it. It's deep. It's not just like, hey, this is just a party. Like there's but I really appreciate that. It makes the whole experience of dancing to the music and listening much richer.
Cool.
Like it's a lot of fun playing with you guys also, man. It's just when you guys come sit in with us, it's like magic, because like it's nothing that's pre-rehearsed. It's all thought of right then and there on the spot. It's like it's all soul. It's what coming out of it is what comes out of us at the time. So like it's very spontaneous.
And our influences just sort of naturally, I think, come through in the music rather than a attempt to sculpt it to sound a certain way, or for certain influences to be a dominant voice. Just sort of, it's because the music's always changing, so it feels it's more of like allowing the sort of subconscious of the music to be the most dominant voice, rather than leading it with any sort of thoughts about what it should sound like, and then going to make music.
Absolutely. It's definitely about the intention that you play the music behind, and Drew said it perfectly when he said, it's all about coming from the heart in the music that you play. And I think the idea that there's an ownership over music, or certain types or anything like that, I don't generally like to see it that way. Although if you're gonna play music that, music like Toubab, music like JBB, it's important to us that we understand like the history of where the music came from, and I think we're all students of the music that we play. I mean, there's a lot of hard work put behind understanding inside and out, digging deep into what it is, the music that we play. I think that's really important as a musician in any band, no matter what kind of music you might be playing. So.